The big three Stoic disciplines to guide our daily life. Marcus Aurelius says,
All you need are these: certainty of judgment in the present moment, action for the common good in the present moment, and an attitude of gratitude in the present moment for anything that comes your way.
The essence of his wisdom is clear judgment, righteous action, and gratitude. It is important to focus on the present rather than worrying about the past or future. There are three fundamental disciplines of Stoicism that Marcus Aurelius identifies which guide a person's daily life. He calls these the big three. Number 1. Control your perceptions. See the world as it is without unnecessary emotional reactions. Number 2. Direct your actions properly. Do what is right and just. And number 3. Accept what is beyond your control. That is to let go of things you cannot change with grace. By following these principles, a person can achieve inner peace and navigate life's challenges with wisdom. In the chaotic landscape of modern life, the ancient wisdom of Stoicism offers a practical framework for navigating challenges with clarity and purpose. This short video explores the three fundamental Stoic disciplines: perception, action, and will, through contemporary examples that demonstrate their enduring relevance and practical applications in our daily lives. The first, control your perceptions. Seeing reality clearly. The discipline of perception teaches us to see events as they truly are, stripped of emotional reactions and subjective interpretations. It's about developing the mental clarity to distinguish between objective facts and our judgments about those facts. We'll use traffic delays, something very common in cluttered urban settings, as an example in our real world. Many of us get stuck in unexpected traffic and immediately assume we'll be late for an appointment or an important meeting. We'll feel our blood pressure rising, we'll curse the other drivers, and catastrophize about how this delay will ruin our day and damage our reputation. Well, that's your untrained perception provoking to react this way. But if you had a Stoic perception, you'll react differently. You'll observe the situation factually. There is heavy traffic. I will arrive later than planned. This is beyond my control. You'll use the time constructively, perhaps to mentally prepare for the meeting or listen to an educational podcast, and communicate your delay professionally. Imagine if all other drivers also have a Stoic perception. We'd be living in a peaceful heavenly world, won't we? Another example we'll use to illustrate control over our perceptions is in our social media interactions. Someone disagrees with our online post. It happens all the time, as not everyone thinks like us. You interpret their comment as a personal attack and feel anger, shame, or the need to defend yourself aggressively. That's the untrained perception taking over. But there is a different way of reacting. Having Stoic perception, you recognize that disagreement is not inherently threatening. You think, this person has a different viewpoint. That's information about their perspective, not a judgment of my worth. You can then choose to engage thoughtfully or disengage entirely, without emotional turmoil. The second of the big three Stoic disciplines is to direct your actions properly. That is ethical decision-making. The discipline of action focuses on how we behave in accordance with virtue and justice. It guides us to act for the common good and fulfill our duties to others and ourselves, regardless of external circumstances. We can frame this more clearly by using some real-world examples. Our next example is speaking truth in difficult conversations. Let's say a friend or colleague is pursuing a course of action you believe is harmful. You find out and decide to confront them. So you choose to have a difficult but honest conversation, motivated not by a desire to control them but by concern for their well-being and a commitment to truthfulness. You communicate with both courage and compassion. That is what we can call a Stoic action, in the true spirit of the term. And our next example of a Stoic action is responding to injustice. We witness either cruelty, discrimination, and unfair treatment in our communities every day. Unfortunately, our modern world is a dog-eat-dog world, full of injustice all around us. And we all remain as standby observers and not act. Then who is going to turn this negative trend around? So, rather than passive outrage or indifference, we must take concrete steps to address the injustice through appropriate channels, whether speaking up in the moment, supporting affected individuals, or working toward systemic change. The only way we can make the world better is through Stoic action. For the third of the big three Marcus Aurelius wisdom moments, an attitude of gratitude in the present moment for anything that comes your way. What Marcus Aurelius means is to accept what is beyond your control. Cultivating inner peace. The discipline of cultivating inner peace teaches us to accept with equanimity what we cannot change. It focuses on aligning our desires with nature and reality, finding peace even amid circumstances we would not have chosen. Using real-world examples, we enable you to clearly understand this wisdom. One example relates to the aging process. Something that is unstoppable. We'll notice physical changes as we age. We'll experience declining energy levels in us. We'll notice changes in our appearance, wrinkles appearing, and all sorts of age-related health limitations popping up. We must accept these changes. We must recognize aging as a natural, universal process rather than a personal affront. Everyone ages and then eventually dies. While taking reasonable steps to maintain health, we must also make peace with the inevitable changes, focusing on wisdom gained and experiences still to be enjoyed. All the great Stoic humans faced this inevitability and lived a bold and a brave life. So can we. Another example has to do with other people's opinions of you. If you are living in the real world, and not in some sort of a matrix, despite your best intentions and efforts, someone will for sure form a negative opinion of you. You must understand that others' judgments are ultimately outside your control. You think, I have acted according to my values. How others interpret my actions belongs to them. This frees you from the exhausting effort to please everyone. Once you train yourself on this type of Stoic acceptance, you'll live a far lighter and a well-grounded life. We must distinguish between what we can and cannot influence in our world. We must stay informed without becoming overwhelmed, take meaningful action where possible, and find peace amid uncertainty by focusing on our immediate sphere of influence. The true power of Stoicism emerges when these three disciplines are integrating and work in concert for us. Consider this integrated example. We apply for a promotion we strongly desire, but another candidate is selected. Okay, but we see the situation clearly. We didn't get the position, but this doesn't define our worth or future potential. The bold action should be that we congratulate the successful candidate graciously and request feedback on how we can continue to develop professionally. We accept the outcome without bitterness, recognizing that hiring decisions involve many factors beyond our control. By applying all three disciplines, we transform a potentially demoralizing experience into an opportunity for growth and self-mastery. In conclusion, the modern relevance of ancient wisdom is without a doubt deeper than most people imagine. The Stoic disciplines offer more than philosophical concepts. They provide practical tools for navigating life's complexities with wisdom and equanimity. As we face unprecedented challenges and changes in the modern world, these ancient principles remain remarkably applicable. By learning to control our perceptions, direct our actions properly, and accept what lies beyond our control, we develop the resilience, ethical clarity, and inner peace needed to thrive amid uncertainty. The practice is lifelong, imperfect, and often challenging. Yet as Marcus Aurelius and countless other practitioners throughout history have discovered, the pursuit itself creates a life of meaning, virtue, and genuine tranquility. As you move through your day, consider how these disciplines might transform your experience of common challenges. The wisdom of Stoicism is not found in perfect application but in the consistent effort to align our inner lives with nature and virtue, one perception, one action, and one acceptance at a time. Thank you for taking the time to explore these timeless Stoic principles with us. In a world increasingly filled with distractions and superficial content, your commitment to pursuing ancient wisdom speaks volumes about your character and aspirations. These lessons, passed down through millennia from minds like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, offer us a roadmap not just for surviving life's challenges, but for flourishing amid them. Their relevance today reminds us that despite vast technological and social changes, the fundamental human condition and our search for meaning remain remarkably consistent. If you found value in these teachings, we invite you to subscribe to our channel and like this video. More importantly, please consider sharing these lessons with friends, family, or colleagues who might be struggling with life's complexities. In doing so, you become a vital link in the chain that preserves and transmits this precious wisdom across generations. True wisdom deserves to be shared, not hoarded, and in sharing these principles, you contribute to a more thoughtful, resilient community. Together, we can rediscover the practical philosophy that has guided countless individuals through challenging times throughout history.